With 34,000 miles of rugged coastline, there's no greater origin for seafood than Alaska. The pristine environment, cold climate, and pure waters create the perfect conditions for superior quality, wild, sustainable seafood. As responsible stewards, Alaskans understand the importance of preserving our fisheries for future generations, which is why fishing is more than just a source of income, it is a way of life. In many ways, the seafood industry impacts almost all Alaskans. It directly employs more people than any other private industry here. Alaska's commitment to sustainability existed long before eco-labels, and this commitment never wavers. When Alaska became a state in 1959, it was written into our Constitution that fish shall be utilized, developed, and maintained on the sustained yield principle. As a result, no species of Alaska seafood has ever been on the endangered species list. Our fisheries have strict regulations and enforcement, and Alaska's successful management practices are considered a model for the entire world. Known for its superior flavor and texture, Alaska boasts an incredible variety of seafood that meets every price point and cooking need. For salmon, there are 5 species, including king, sockeye, coho, keta, and pink. Alaska's 3 species of naturally sweet crab are snow, dungeness, and king. And other shellfish include spot prawns and scallops. Our bountiful waters also have an abundance of delicious whitefish. Alaska pollock, cod, sole, flounder, rockfish, surimi seafood, sablefish, and halibut. Doing what is right for the planet and your body couldn't be easier. Just ask for Alaska. It's the simplest way to guarantee that your fish is wild, natural, and sustainable.
Alaska salmon are anadromous. This means they spawn in fresh water and the young fry migrate to sea, where they grow and mature for 1 to 5 years, depending on the species. At sea, they store fat and nutrients critical for their long journey home. When the time comes, they swim inland, sometimes as far as 2,000 miles to the exact place where they were hatched. It's there that their new spawning cycle starts. 5 unique species of salmon swim Alaskan waters: king, pink, sockeye, coho, and keta. Alaska king salmon, also known as Chinook salmon, is the rarest and largest of the Alaska salmon species. King salmon range in weight from 10 to 30 pounds and average 36 inches in length. The high oil content, succulent flavor, and firm texture of king salmon is highly valued by consumers. King salmon are generally marketed in whole fish, steak, fillet, bellies and portions, and are available fresh or frozen year-round. King salmon provides the highest amount of omega-3 fatty acids of the 5 Alaska salmon species and is an excellent source of high-quality protein. Weighing in at an average of 3 to 5 pounds and measuring between 20 and 25 inches long, the smallest of the Alaska salmon species is pink salmon. It is also the most abundant species, and are distinguished by their rosy pink-colored flesh, tender texture, and delicate flavor. Pink salmon can be found in convenient cans or pouches, and whole fish and fillets are available fresh from mid-June through September and frozen year-round. Sockeye is the second most abundant Alaska salmon species. On average, each sockeye weighs between 4 to 15 pounds and measures 24 inches. Like king salmon, sockeye have a firm texture and rich flavor, but the flesh is deep red in color, even after cooking, and brings a dramatic impact to any presentation. Alaska sockeye salmon are marketed as whole fish, sides, steaks and fillets, and in convenient cans or pouches. They're available fresh from mid-May through the end of September and frozen year-round. The second largest of the Alaska salmon species is coho salmon, which are also known as silver salmon. On average, they weigh from 8 to 12 pounds and measure 25 to 35 inches. Coho have an orange-red flesh, firm texture, and delicate flavor. Many believe that coho is the best salmon for grilling, but it is versatile enough to broil, sauté, roast, poach, steam, or smoke. Coho is marketed as whole fish, sides, steaks and fillets, and it's available fresh from early June to late October and frozen year-round. Coho is gaining in popularity with consumers due to its excellent color retention, size, and moderate fat content. Kita salmon average 8 pounds and measure 25 to 27 inches. Sometimes called chum or silver bright, these salmon have firm pink flesh and a mild flavor. They are excellent for grilling, roasting, or smoking. Kita is marketed in whole, steak, and fillet forms. They are available fresh from June through mid-October and frozen year-round.
Farmed salmon has a pale orangey color that always reminds me of a creamsicle. Wild salmon has a more intense color. This is sockeye salmon, which of all the 5 major wild salmon species has the most reddish color. It's like the inside of a blood orange. Farmed salmon flesh would be gray if farmers didn't feed them the pigment astaxanthin, which gets the color closer to the real thing. Wild salmon get astaxanthin naturally from the crustaceans they eat, and they get way more of it. The farmers skimp on it because it's expensive as a feed additive. The other giveaway that this is farmed is the white ribbons running through the meat. That's the fat, and farmed salmon usually has a higher fat content, which you can see. That's a good or a bad thing, depending on what you want, but one way in which wild salmon is inarguably superior is in the type of fat. Both of these fish have a mixture of omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. If you eat a pretty standard Western diet like me, that means you should probably be eating more omega-3s and less omega-6s, and that's exactly what the wild salmon gives you. Farmed salmon has much more omega-6 proportionally, which probably makes it less healthy for most people watching this.